raising kids.
What a grand God-given adventure.
Guiding a child from tender toddler to prospering faith-filled adult is a marathon mission.
It's one of the most important, rewarding, and challenging assignments in all of life.
Fort Saskatchewan Christian School is your family, friend, and education.
We nurture, teach, and encourage each child from the wondrous first day of kindergarten through the grade 9 farewell celebration.
FSCS provides high-quality education, teaching the Alberta curriculum from a Christian perspective.
We put Jesus and the Bible at the center of our program.
We pray and worship together.
In addition to teaching facts and formulas, we help students discover God's design and workmanship in every field of studying.
At FSCS, we love God and we love our students. Jesus fills us to overflowing. We pour His love into the lives of our students.
We want each student to know they are divinely cherished and that God is equipping them to live a life of great purpose. Our teachers do more than educate minds. They cultivate character.
Through teaching and modeling, we coach them to live vibrant lives of kindness, compassion, respect, integrity, humility, and a love for God and service for others.
Our school is a caring community where lifelong friendships flourish among students, staff, parents, and entire families.
In the midst of challenge, we speak life-giving words of encouragement and roll up our sleeves to provide practical support.
For 40 years, Fort Saskatchewan Christian has nurtured and challenged students to grow in faith, character, and academics.
It was the desire of a visionary group of parents, grandparents, and Fort Saskatchewan Alliance Church members to launch the school.
Under the guidance of the Christian Education Association of Alberta, CREDA's mission has been to provide a school that is Christ-centered, biblically directed program that develops Christian character in our staff, students, and family.
We started as a private school in 1978.
A year later, we moved into the basement of Fort Saskatchewan Alliance Church, who we still partner with today.
In 2011, we bid farewell to our sprawling collection of rustic portables in the churchyard and moved into our current beautiful, spacious new home.
FSCS is more than a school where you'll find students and teachers.
It's a warm, welcoming community that includes parents, extended families, alumni, volunteers, and longtime supporters.
What is it that prompts people to become part of our school community and stay involved for decades?
The answer is simple.
It's God's abounding love.
It's a love that accepts, heals, saves, and forgives us.
It's a love that fills us so that we have more than enough to share.
It's a love that unites us and forms friendships for life.
Join us at Fort Saskatchewan Christian School.
When I think about, kind of that history, that spanning of 4 decades, I think of faithfulness. Not only faithfulness that we've experienced from Jesus Christ, but also the faithfulness of people who have gone before us, who have been true to that mission of partnering with families to provide a Christ-centered, biblically directed education.
On a personal note, Fort Christian has meant a tremendous amount to me as well. The staff here, the students, and the parents have all poured into my life, and I'm a richer person for it. And I look back on those years, the 2001 to 2013, and those in my working career has been the best 12 years of my life. It's a wonderful place to be.
I think that FSCS is like my extended family. I've taught here for 28 years. My children have attended school here, and my husband's been involved in various ways as well. And even now, as my kids are growing, they love to come back and visit and be part of the different activities. My son has even coached here. It's just like coming home for us.
Fort Saskatchewan Christian School has been the school that my family's attended since preschool, honestly, when they had College in one of the portables. And so ever since I was in preschool, kindergarten with Mrs. Fromont all those years ago, I'd been here. My brother followed me 3 years later, and my sister 2 years after that. So we've just been here for as long as we can remember.
Well, for the life of my family, it was teaching my children in education through a biblical worldview. And that was really important to us. The verse that jumps out is Luke 6:40, that a student is not above his teacher, and when he's finally matured, he will be like their teacher. So that was crucial for us, that our teachers, for our children, have a biblical worldview, because we wanted our children molded in his likeness through the teaching, through the Word.
It helped me, taught my kids to just make Christ part of your daily life. And it's not just something that happens on a Sunday. It's everyday decisions.
A memory I have of the school that kind of encapsulates the whole sense of community that I find evident at Fort Saskatchewan Christian School can be found after every Christmas. Come January, our portables were frozen solid. Water lines not working, usually both the in-water and the sewer water. And there wouldn't a Christmas go by where a bunch of school dads would get together with their tiger torches and their plumbing gear and crawl under the portables and get them ready for the January start of school again. And that was just told you how all-in parents were in commitment to their school and to their children's education and to the community at large.
Adding the portables. So I was in charge of the facilities on the board for the first 3 years, and we added 4 portables. In the first year, we organized work bee. And on the Saturday, we had over 100 parents show up and did a tremendous amount of work in one day getting the portables ready for the school year.
Just from when you drop your kids off and meet other parents, and when you're involved in the events that take place here, it's just always a welcoming atmosphere, and people just have conversation and just do life together, community together. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking there's 2 that really stick in my head. And the first one was when we built the Boone Center, how our community got together and everyone helped with fundraising and building it. And the second one was when my grandson was born and he had spina bifida. And the whole school prayed for him. And that's why I feel he's doing well just for that.
I tried to think of one and I couldn't, because there were so many little memories that stood out that I think about today. But the thing I think about the most is the teachers. From grade 5 to grade 9, I was lucky to have fantastic teachers in each grade, again, who most I keep in contact with today. And I think that's such a rare gift to have people care about you so much, that's why, yeah, all the events were fantastic, but that's, I think, to me is the most special thing.
I think it's really cool, especially the hallway where you see, kind of the alumnus and, the grassroots of the school, where you can point out and you can see people, and now their children are attending here. I think that's just a great legacy to say, I went here and now my kids went here, and, on and on and on.
It's a community, right? So from the very beginning, it was a small school, so the students had that community bond. And so you got to know the people. Like when I was getting out, I knew everyone in my grade because it was a small grade, easy to remember. So it's just that community feel.
I believe that the combination of faith and learning is here. The kids don't just learn math and science and English, but they learn how to appropriate their faith in life in a practical way. And I really believe that there's a passage from Psalm 78 that encompasses what the school is all about, both past and present and future. It's this: we will not hide these truths from our children. We will tell the next generation about the glorious deeds of the Lord, about His power and His mighty wonders, so the next generation might know them, even the children not yet born. And they in turn will teach their own children, so each generation should set its hope anew on God, not forgetting His glorious miracles and obeying His commands.
Congratulations on 40 years, Fort Saskatchewan Christian School.
Congratulations on 40 years of faith-filled learning.